Hello, Buckeye Nation. My name is Lisa, and I'm the gal behind Buckeye Football Fangirl. Football is back. In less than a week, our beloved Buckeyes take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers, and I cannot wait. If you're anything like me and have been counting down the days until football season starts, there is lots to get excited about, and it's finally time to get hyped. It is good to be back. After all the craziness of last season, I needed a big old break. But this post by Marcy basically summed up my summer. Mom, is it football season yet? And fortunately, as Audra notes, it's almost the most wonderful time of the year. I can feel it in my bones. This year is going to be a good one. There is so much to be excited about with this team. The potential is through the roof. And yet, the preseason polls put us at a puzzling 4th place. You'd think they'd have learned their lesson by now. With so much to be excited about, I'd love to hear what you are looking forward to seeing this season the most. You can leave me a comment about it below. These are my top 5 things that I'm looking forward to. Number 5 is touchdown Olave! Olave surprised us all with his announcement that he was coming back for another year. I was so stoked. And I cannot wait to see the ball drop into his hands as smooth as butter again. And not just Olave, there is no doubt in my mind that everyone in Zone 6 is going to be fire. Number 4, the D-line. The D-line was perhaps the buzziest of all the buzz we heard over the summer. That boom we received on the 4th of July was the highlight of my holiday. And it's going to be so much fun watching them make opposing quarterbacks see ghosts all year. Number 3 is the quarterbacks. Right now, we have 4 quarterbacks who could be starting at almost any other school. Let that sink in for a moment. Our QB room is a freaking gold mine right now. I was stoked to hear CJ Stroud announce that he's the starter for the Minnesota game, because I'm so ready for Stroud season. And I can't wait to see how things progress throughout the season with the other quarterbacks too. Speaking of CJ Stroud, here's a fun fact. The last time TTUN beat Ohio State in Columbus, QB1 CJ Stroud was not yet born. The exploding heads are quite appropriate here. And according to Aaron Torres, little note for Ohio State football fans, talked with a former NFL Pro Bowl wide receiver this week who has worked out with CJ Stroud. His quote, "He throws the ball better than a bunch of guys that get paid on Sunday to do it." So yeah, Buckeyes ain't slowing down this year. Also, can I just say, when Day announced CJ Stroud was named as QB1, this tweet by McNeil was spot on. Ryan Day just announced everyone in the Big Ten will be losing to CJ Stroud this season. Hashtag truth. Number 2 on my list that I'm looking forward to is fans in the stands. Fake crowd noise is so overrated. I can't wait to feel the energy just permeating through my TV from my fellow Buckeye fans filling up the stands. It's gonna be glorious. And number 1, games that don't get canceled. Last season, this was the worst. Finding out midweek that a game was canceled was so heartbreaking. Knock on wood, it's looking like we won't have to deal with that this season. Now let's chat a little bit about Minnesota. Ohio State currently has a 10-win streak going on, and the win-loss record is a bit, well, unbalanced. Ohio State has beaten Minnesota 45 times. Well, Minnesota has won 7. Minnesota has lots of depth this year, with 20 starters coming back out of 22. Part of this is due to the fact that they started a lot of freshmen last year. Minnesota fans will be the first to admit that their defense was horrible last year. However, there's a fair number of Ohio State fans who would also admit that our defense was horrible too. I thought that it'd be fun to do a little comparison to see whose defense was worse. Minnesota's passing defense was ranked 36 compared to ours at 122. Their rushing defense was 102nd compared to ours at 6. And the overall defense was 72nd compared to ours, which was ranked 59th. The Golden Gophers are led by head coach PJ Fleck. He's entering his 5th season as the Golden Gophers head coach. after spending time at Western Michigan and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's known for bringing the row the boat mantra to Minnesota. When it comes to players to know, the first is Tanner Morgan, their quarterback. He is a redshirt senior and a 4-year starter and has a tendency to play games either hot or cold. When he's in a rhythm, things are great, but when he gets off script, things go downhill fast. Random fact, he's actually cousins with Tim Couch. Someone else to know is Muhammad Ibrahim. He's a running back who's a redshirt senior, and he put up some great numbers last year. He actually broke the school record for the average number of yards per game. It's said that tacklers just seem to bounce off of him, and his teammates are really looking to him to take the next step and level up his game this year. Someone else to know is Chris Ottman-Bell. He's a redshirt senior and a wide receiver who has caught passes in all 32 games that he's played in. He's suffered an injury during practice recently, and his recovery is being assessed week to week. So it's still up in the air whether he will be able to play on September 2nd or not. Someone else to know is Mariano Sori-Marin. He's a senior linebacker, and he once logged 18 tackles in a single game last year. Now, it was against Nebraska, but still, that's impressive. It's going to be a good game. And I predict the Buckeyes to have a comfortable win. I'm so happy that football is back. I could cry. And there's a good chance tears of joy will be streaming down my face when I see the scarlet and gray trot out on the field for the first time on September 2nd. It's going to be a great year. I would love, again, to hear what you are most excited about with this football season. So please leave me a comment about it below. Over the course of this season, I'm going to be trying a few new things. One of them being that I'll be posting my favorite articles and podcast episodes on Twitter and Instagram. To be honest, I'm kind of a nut when it comes to consuming Buckeye football content during football season. So if you'd like to follow along with me, make sure to join me on those platforms. I'm also going to be calling out some solid businesses that I found that either make one-of-a-kind Ohio State products or that are upstanding companies and just sell products that make great all-around gifts. I'll be featuring these at the end of the video, so if you only care about the Buckeye stuff, feel free to tune this part out. I'm not an official partner with any of these businesses. I'm just solely calling them out because I want to share what I think is cool with you. My first business I'm featuring is a rad business called AT Timberworks. Founded by Alyssa Timmer, she crafts sweet custom pieces from live edgewood. Check out this dope custom Ohio State bar that she recently created for a client of hers. Isn't that awesome? You can find her and her work on Instagram at AT_Timberworks. All right, that's all I've got for you this week. I'll catch you after the game. OH.